Hi, I'm Megan with Honor Yoga Now. Today I'm going to show you how we set up for every restorative class that you take at Honor Yoga. We always like to start our classes in obviously restorative variation of bound angle pose. So in Sanskrit it's called Supta Baddha Konasana. So it means reclined bound angle pose. So you see all of these props here. I know when you first come in to take a restorative class it can be intimidating. So I think it's nice if you're interested in taking this kind of class just to see how we might set up for it. And then I'll also give you just a quick little instruction on how you might be able to do it at home if you don't have all of these props. But seeing we have the props, we'll start there. So we always start with our two blocks. We take one to the high setting, one to the low setting, and they make an L at the back of the mat. From there, we'll grab our bolster. So we'll take our bolster and it will lean right up against that top block. So we build a nice ramp for ourselves here. Then we take one blanket, and I like to open it up so it's in a rectangle like this. Drape it over the edge of the bolster so the fringes come to rest at the edge. Then I fold the top back once and then up again. Then once we lay down, we'll be able to adjust this so that our neck is nice and supported. We'll take a second blanket and make what we like to call here a Tootsie Roll. So we do that by just opening the blanket up in half and then just folding it down. So this roll comes towards the end of the mat, makes a little U shape. From here, we'll grab our pillows. One comes over to each side. Then we have our sandbag, our eye pillow, and an extra blankets. And we always have extra blankets in restorative because this practice tends to cool the body down. So we like to have extra blankets for comfort and for warmth when the body does start to cool down. So the way we come into this pose is we sit with our lower back all the way against the bolster. So in restorative, we always want the body supported. So we want to fill any space that there is. So we want to make sure we come to sit all the way against the bolster, no space at all. From here, the soles of the feet come together. Now, even if you happen to be really flexible and can pull the heels all the way in, that's okay. You don't have to go there today. For restorative, we don't have to come to the edge of our flexibility, just wherever feels comfortable. Then we'll draw our blanket up over the feet and tuck the ends right underneath the hips. That gives us extra support. From here, before we lay back, just make sure you'll be able to grab the rest of your props. I like to keep my hands on the bolster just to make sure it doesn't slide away as we're starting to roll back. Then here is where we can adjust that roll beneath the neck. So you can make it bigger or smaller, move it around so that the neck is completely supported. From here, it's always nice to cover yourself up a little bit, or you can perhaps be a little bit smarter than me and do it before you lay all the way down. Then our extra props, our sandbag, we like to bring. In a lot of poses, it comes right across the pelvis, and this added weight is just another trigger to the nervous system to help us to relax. So that's all that does. And the same goes for the eye pillow as well. It's weighted just to help us relax. So from here, release yourself down. Good. Arms can come onto the pillows. Palms can face up. Depending on the size pillow you have, you want to have as much as your arm supported as you can. So ideally from the elbow all the way to the fingertips is supported. Then that eye pillow can come to the eyes or to the forehead, wherever feels comfortable, or you don't have to use it if you don't prefer. So let's just settle in here. Just feel how the body is supported by the props. Breathe deeply into the chest, into the belly. And breathe out completely. Maybe one time breathing in deep through the nose, gently releasing it through the mouth. And with that exhale, just feel the body sinking in here. Take note of the breath. With each inhale, feel the lungs expanding in every direction. With each exhale, the belly button gently draws in towards the spine. Allow the breath to soften any areas of tension, whether that tension is in the body, in the mind, in the emotions. Just allowing the breath to create space. To clear out whatever will not serve you in this moment. Feel the muscles in the face beginning to release. The eyebrows and eyelids soften. Jaw loosens. The teeth unclench. The front of the throat releases. The shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers are all heavy, releasing. The sides of the body, the chest and belly relax. The back surrenders. Hips and pelvis become heavy. The thighs, knees, shins, ankles, feet and toes are all heavy. The body is at rest. The mind is at ease. And rest here for as long as you'd like. But before we end today, I'd just briefly like to show you how you might be able to do this at home with perhaps not so many props. So as you're ready, deepen the breath, Start to bring some gentle movement back. Very carefully find your weighted sandbag and draw it off to one side. We can use both hands to help the knees towards one another. Very gently make your way onto one side, coming off the bolster all the way down to the ground, maybe using that pillow to support your head. And on an inhale, gently lifting out. Wonderful. So say we don't have all of these props at home. That is okay. What we can use is just 2 blocks. And if we don't have blocks, you can even take, for instance, a towel or blanket and roll it up like so. And you would just need 2 of those. So, 2 blocks, 2 towels, 2 blankets, 2 whatever you have. And one will come over to each side. So we'll start the same way. Soles of the feet come together. Say we have blocks, you can take them right beneath the knees. And then from there, just gently start to make your way down onto your back. Or say you don't have blocks, you can do the same thing. Anything that will support us here. Say you have throw pillows, you can take those behind the head. You can use throw pillows or regular pillows beneath the legs. Anything you find where you feel supported. Where the spine can be long, where the hips can open, but still at the same time find support. I promise you have plenty of things at home that you can use, and any support that you can give the body will just help it to be able to come into that place of rest. Those are a couple different ways to get into a supported variation of bound angle pose. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. May you always know that you have enough, you do enough, and you are enough. Namaste.